Nailing your taper is the secret sauce to swimming fast. If you get it right, you're gonna feel amazing in the water, so much energy. But if you make these mistakes, the ones that I'm gonna share in this video, you're gonna be left wondering why you're not dropping any time. As a coach, I've personally seen these mistakes done over and over, and as an athlete, I'm guilty myself, and I don't want you guys to repeat the same mistakes. Now, if you've been following along, I'm sharing with you my full race prep for the World Championships in a few weeks in Doha. In the last video, I showed you guys what taper is and how it works, and in this video, I'm gonna show you the biggest mistakes swimmers make. Before the World Championships in Doha, I have a few competitions here in Dubai. More on that in a little bit, but first, let's talk about the biggest mistakes swimmers are making in the pool. The first mistake swimmers make is overtraining. Remember, taper is about letting your body recover. You've already put in the work. Now, one of the challenging things can be, as a swimmer, you feel like you have to train. You can't let your body have too much rest, or else you're not putting in enough work, and you're gonna feel guilty that, you know, I need to be training. I have all this extra energy. I need to commit and I need to push myself. Yes, you need to push yourself in shorter durations, higher intensity, but you still have to let your body recover. That means you need to cut out your weightlifting. You have to make sure you're getting enough sleep, enough recovery, and you really can't do those extra reps or extra sets just because you feel like you need to train more. And that can feel really uneasy, and that's okay because you don't want to make the big mistake of overtraining. Another huge mistake swimmers make is changing up the routine during the taper phase or even at the competition. Your body knows what works. You have a specific warm-up, a dry land routine that you do for your shoulders, for your injury prevention, the way that you sleep, the way that you eat. You shouldn't really change up your routine that much as you get into the final weeks leading up to your competition. A big mistake swimmers make is they feel, I have to change up everything. I know this other swimmer who's really fast does this kind of a warm-up, so I'm gonna copy what they do. The reality is your results will not be dictated by other people based on what they have done. The only thing you should really change is maybe some small tweaks, refinements. Maybe you don't need to warm up quite as much, but you need to warm up in a similar way. The way that you do dynamic stretches before you get in the pool, the type of foods that you eat before, during, after the workout, the way that you're hydrating your body. All of these things really shouldn't change that dramatically because you need to get your body used to a routine. So for me today, I am following almost the exact same workout progression I've done in all of these videos. So I'm gonna do a few 50s breaststroke, and I'm gonna descend to the last one is a fast 50 off the blocks. The only difference now, I'm decreasing the volume a little bit. The workout's here on the screen, and as you can see, I'm just gonna go 4 50s descend, 2 50s like a broken 100, and then the last 50 is fast. And before all of that, we're gonna do a resistance training warm-up. So like I've done in the past, I'm gonna add some resistance, some parachute work. I'm gonna do a little bit of high intensity efforts before I get in the water, and then during my warm-up, so that way I'm ready to go fast for that final 50. Let's hit it. I love training with a parachute. It's so good to have extra resistance. There's actually a few different sizes that I've been using. This red parachute is my middle size, and it's been generating a lot of power. If you want to swim fast, you have to train fast, and a huge mistake swimmers make is toning down the intensity. You feel like you don't want to get tired, you don't want to push yourself. Sort of the opposite of overtraining, where you feel like you need to train. Sometimes you can fall on either side of the spectrum, but in the set I just did, I finished up my resistance training with the parachute. It's gonna be hard, but you know what? You should train at an even higher intensity when you're tapering because you're doing less and you're giving yourself more rest. So make sure you continue to push yourself. On my set right over here, I've got 4 50s breaststroke descend, followed by 2 50s breaststroke. This is gonna be like a broken 100, really trying to mimic the feeling of falling apart at the end of 100. This is long course, so really feeling it. And then we have a 50 fast off the block at the end. Each progression, each week, I'm trying to tone down the total volume, but I'm trying to ramp up the intensity and go faster and faster every single time. When I'm training breaststroke, the best way to descend is not by taking faster strokes, it's to take more power per stroke. So I'm really thinking about gliding, holding my line, pull, kick, glide. I think at every single stroke, and in long course, I count how many strokes I take. I mean, I do the same thing in short course as well, but by counting the strokes, that's how you really know exactly how efficient you are. All right, here we go. 50 breaststroke fast off the blocks. Now, I've been training this same 50 week over week. I'm trying to get faster. The last 2 weeks, I was a 33. I couldn't get any faster. Let's see what I can do. Already, my tempo and my technique looks really good. I like my distance per stroke. I'm fatiguing a little bit, but I am more happy with what this looks like, and I definitely want to make sure I can maintain this level of intensity all the way through the 50. The last couple of weeks, I've been dying towards the end. I'm starting to shorten up right here, but I do look a little bit stronger into the finish.
Oh my God, I think I'm gonna die. Take a look at my heart rate and splits over here. 450s breaststroke, got down to about a 30, 38, 39. And then on the 250s broken, I was able to go down to a 37. And then off the block, I was down to 32. So that's an improvement over the last two workouts. I was 33, 33. I actually didn't plateau. I was really struggling on the technique. I was feeling a lot of power, but I was really low in the water. So my hope is as I continue to recover and I continue to do less volume, my body position is gonna get higher. I'm gonna get more muscle activation and I'm gonna swim faster. And that leads me into one of my biggest mistakes that I've made and I see swimmers make as a coach is simply not giving yourself enough rest. So before I did that 50 breaststroke off the blocks fast, I gave myself about 2 to 3 minutes of additional rest beyond what the consistent, 30 seconds, 60 seconds between sets and set groups. So a lot of times swimmers think, well, I'm not getting any faster. Well, you got to give yourself enough rest. You need your body to recover. You need your heart rate to come down and almost give yourself a fresh reset. And what that does, it allows you to train at a higher rate of speed, a higher velocity, a higher body position, and that's what it takes to swim fast. A lot of time you think, well, I'm trying really hard, but you're trying really hard with a low body position, and you want to teach your body what it's like to swim fast. This applies for every single stroke discipline, not just breaststroke, especially for breaststroke and butterfly, because these are the lowest body position strokes. Freestyle, same thing applies. So if you're trying to swim fast in a 50, 100, 500, 1500, doesn't matter. You want to teach your body what it's like to swim fast, and that's exactly what a taper progression like this is designed to do.
A huge mistake swimmers make is overthinking the taper. Keep it simple, trust your training. It's so tempting to overthinking it and feeling uneasy. When you swim in practice and you do a set, you don't think you went fast enough, or you mess up your streamliner. Now it's crunch time, you have to nail everything. And the reality is, as long as you trust your training, you stay consistent, and you swim to the best of your ability, that's really all you can do. Swim with a smile on your face, and make sure you take every opportunity to swim fast. Now, it's really easy to overthink it outside of the pool, even in your home life. So when you go to bed, maybe you're overthinking the race. Maybe you're thinking about all the little things that you could have done better. That is overthinking it. And there's a difference between overthinking your training and being able to visualize a great race. Visualization is awesome, and you should incorporate that into your taper and into your training process, but make sure you're not overthinking it.
What's going on, swim fans? I'm here in Dubai at the Urban Swim Academy Gala. This is my first competition in the UAE. I'm representing Swim Tribe Dubai. I'm gonna get in a quick warm up. Let's see how my breaststroke feels.
The best way to improve your speed in a competition is by going to a competition. Race pace training is best done in a race. Now this is my first gala here in the UAE. I'm swimming in a 25-meter pool, and this 100 breaststroke that I just dove in for is actually my second race of the day. I ended up doing a bunch of different races. I started out with a 50 breaststroke in a medley relay. I split a 29.8 with a flying start, so that's pretty good. Remember, short course swimming is faster than long course swimming because you get the turns, and as you can see with my pullouts, as I come in here at the 50, I really try and leverage that wall, really work that pullout. I'm going about halfway across the pool without taking any strokes, and my distance per stroke looks really good in this 100. I like my tempo. I was out in a 31 on that first 50. I got the crowd there in lane 1 cheering me on. Got a good turn, 75 to go. Now it's really important in the 100 that I don't spin my wheels. I've got the Dubai Open coming up here in just a week, and I gotta make sure I'm able to hold it together because I'm swimming the 50 and the 100, and that's a long course competition, and it's prelim final. So if I make the final, I'm gonna have to swim the same event twice. You'll never get the experience of racing unless you actually go to a race. I'm really happy I swam at this swim gala, even though it was more fun. I mean, we even had a cup relay at the end of it. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. But in any case, swimming, getting up on the blocks, racing hard, having fun, that's what it's all about.
Woo! This is a good competition. 4 races in. Incredible venue and vibe. Love the atmosphere here. Definitely some things that I can improve on for my next races. If you guys are enjoying this series, make sure you like, subscribe down below, watch all the way from the beginning to see the progression, because World Championships is coming right up. Let's go.